Hey guys, welcome to this new video. In this video, we'll be taking a look at a React code challenge I came across lately. It is for a text highlighter. It consists of a text area for a source text, a text input for search term, a checkbox for toggling case sensitivity for the search, a result area containing source text with highlight matching the source term and case sensitivity. To begin with, let's create a React TypeScript app on Code Sandbox. I have logged into my free Code Sandbox account, so I'll go ahead and create a new sandbox, and I'll choose React Vite TypeScript and wait for Code Sandbox to scaffold our application. Now that our app is fully scaffolded, we'll go ahead to clean our CSS and the app component. So now that we've cleaned up our app and just displaying a h1 tag, let's add our form and the required fields. First, I need a div for text area. So here we'll just add a label for the checkbox. And then we'll add an ID to match the HTML4 attribute of the label. And then we'll add the value of the label. Good. Moving on, let's create a state to hold our form values. The value would be an object with each key corresponding to the form input name. So go ahead and add default values here. I have source text be an empty string, search term to be an empty string, and we have case sensitive to be false, to be a boolean. To properly type our form, let's create an interface for that. and then we properly type our state here, passing in a generic form. Let's create a handle change function to update the form state when values in our input fields are changed. So we're going to use a callback function as our set state that returns the structure of our state, which will consist of source text, search term, and case sensitivity. So first, let's spread the previous value of our form, and next we'll update the value of the input field that's being changed using the target and the name, which corresponds to the name in our form. So I have e.target.type. If it's equal to checkbox, toggle the current value of that particular form value. So I have e.target.name. Else we'll just set it to the value of the target. We'll have a slight error here due to typing. We'll fix that towards the end of this particular video. Now that we have our handle change function, let's update the form input field with this value and display the actual value of our state. So for each of the input field, we're going to have an onChange equal to handle change. And then let's add a pre-tag at the end to display the current form state. And save that. Good. So you can see that our state is updating properly. Moving on, in order to highlight the match search terms in the search text, we'll wrap the search text with the mark tag. But we need to find a way to search, match, and replace search terms with this new markup. For this code challenge, making use of a regex seems like a pretty clean implementation. Let me know in the comment section what other approach you would preferably take. Let's create a function to achieve this. Let's call the function getHighlightedText. To generate the new highlighted text, we would require the source text, search term, and case sensitivity. Let's pass them as arguments to this function. So I'll expect a single object of form, and here I'll destructure it, getting out the source text, search term, and case sensitive. Next, we construct a regex using the search term, since the search would be an exact match. So have const regex equal to new reg expression. We're going to use a search term, and we're going to pass the global flag. The global flag ensures that the search is tested on all possible matches. So finally, we are going to return the newly constructed text using the regex pattern and the string replace function. The replace function takes in two arguments, a pattern and a replacement, which can be a string or a function that returns a string. For this challenge, we would make use of the replacement function. The first argument in the replacement function is the match. So let's return the match within a mark tag. So we're going to get the source text and replace it with the regex, and our replacement function will take in as first argument the match, and then here we'll return using template string passing in our match. So in variable, we're wrapping our match with a mark tag. So in order to see the effect, let's create a state to hold the results. So go above and then create a state, call it result, and set result should be equal to use state, and the initial value will be our form dot source text. To update the result with the highlighted text, we would need to call the get highlighted text and set it to the value of the result. To do this, we will make use of the use effect and watch for changes to the form in order to update the result. So we use effect, passing our callback function and our dependency array and passing a form. Next, we will set result, passing in our get highlighted text and our form. Oops, here I need to just reference the source text. Good. Hello. So you notice some weird result here. Here we have a match here. So it's actually matching an empty string around each character of our source text. So to fix that, return the source text if we do not have a search term. So within our get highlight text function, if we do not have a search term, let's just return our source text as it is, and we do not need to do any matching henceforth. Save that, and then I'll refresh to ensure we'll have an updated build. So let's say hello world, and so we see it's working properly. O, so you see all around the O is wrapped with the mark tag. So it seems we're making good progress. Now that the match seems to be working, let's rope in the case sensitive flag. To do that, we would need to go back to our regex to update our regex option. Note also that by default, regex is case sensitive. To achieve case insensitivity, we need to make use of the ignore case flag. We can do that by toggling the regex flag options. So let's create a variable to hold the regex option and toggle between case sensitivity and insensitivity. So we have case sensitive, then we just return the global flag, else we return the global flag and the ignore case flag, and then finally we update this with the variable we just created. So let's go ahead and test once more. So it matches, the lowercase h matches both the uppercase and the lowercase h. So let's try this. So see, it actually just matches the lowercase h here in the second hello. So that seems to be working. Now let's update our DOM using the React construct dangerously set in our HTML. As the name implies, this is not a good practice because of cross-site scripting vulnerabilities, but for this challenge, it should work quite well. So to do that, we need to pass in a div, and we set the value for the dangerously set in our HTML. I'm passing the HTML underscore HTML value to our result. Save this. So there we have it, highlights there in the results. So just get rid of these pre-tags. All looks good, so I'll just go ahead and add some CSS stylings to make it look a little more presentable. So this is our final output. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like such videos, do like, share, and subscribe to this channel to help this channel grow. Thank you. I'll also add links to the code sandbox in the description of this particular video. Thank you.